We have to hear it so.
The night with the light from above.
Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
To the ocean, white with foam. God bless America.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
God bless America.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you. And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
So it came on because Mike got the code and everything?
Yeah, Mike got the code. Should have.
Yeah, he must have, right? Because it's on.
I was the best because the crowd loved me, and the crowd, and you'll win your freedom. I will win the crowd. I will give them something they've never seen before.
Cool. Thank you, Russ O'Hara. Thank you, Russ O'Hara. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Kate Smith. Thank you, live studio audience. What a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you, humbly. Thank you. The Rich Gilgallon Show. The Rich Gilgallon Show. 20 here on KPSI. I start every day from 6 a.m. The Glenn Beck radio program heard by the Excellence in Broadcasting Network, followed by the Excellence in Broadcasting Network. Rush, then Rich Gilgallon. Then we have Dennis Prager, fabulous show, by the way, one of my favorite talk shows ever. Followed by Mark Levin, who is very simpatico to Rich Gilgallon, I'll tell you that. Mark Levin, and then Dennis Miller, Dr. Savage, and coming up shortly, LA Laker basketball. I watched a little of the World Series action last night. We got us a good World Series now, one game each for San Francisco and Kansas City. I imagine here in the Coachella Valley, we have more Frisco fans probably than Royal fans, but it's been a lot of fun this baseball postseason. I enjoy it very, very much. It's one of my dreams. Had a rough night last night. Rough night for the coach, Rich Gilgallon. You know, I got a car finally after being on the bus for so long. Well, guess where I was this morning? On the bus. Or as we used to say, OTB. That's right. Not off-track betting. Not off the bone. Now on the bus. Yeah, my little car. I took the turn on 30th towards Mount San Jacinto, and Jeff Harrison in here in studio with me. Did you see the color of the sunset sky last night by any chance? You know, when you were a little kid, if you got the box of crayons that said sky blue, and you said to yourself when you put it on the crayon, you said, well, that's a nice color, but I've never seen a sky that color. Well, that's the color of the sky. And the clouds, due to the sun hitting the ocean, were tangerine. So it was tangerine clouds and a sky blue sky. Ooh, I feel like I fell back into 1968 there for just a second. Let me flashback. Uh-oh. Tangerine clouds and a sky blue sky. Today, you should be aware, and I'd like you to take advantage of this. If you're listening, perhaps you're listening online, and you're already at our website to listen to us. Click on my handsome picture there, the one where I look like Mickey Mouse with the big ears. And you'll be directed right away and without any problem to the live video cast. Now, I for those who are tuning in live and watching on video, those who do it on a regular basis, understand that I normally like to be sartorial splendiferous on Thursday, video day. However, this morning I had to be out, under a car and inside a hood, and trying not to, I tell you, to not just close the hatch and walk into the desert of Southern California. Okay, that's how close I was. I thought to myself, I said, all you got to do is just start walking. Just walk. Forget about walking home. Just walk off into the sunset in the desert of Southern California, like a lot of other poor schlemazzles have done out here. Just go out there, lay down, be coyote food, whatever you want to do. But I didn't. I just I said, okay. I walked home and I left the car there overnight. And I tell you what, the greatest investment anybody can make in the United States of America is AAA. That's my idea of an American company that provides a service at a fair price and saves your highness when you're under the most duress. Under the most duress. Now, it could have been worse. That car could have died on 111. And then, if you've ever had a car die on a major thoroughfare in the middle of it, you know how much pressure that puts on a human being. I thought to myself initially, I could probably push this thing all the way home. Pardon me. So I pushed it a little ways. Then I thought, you're going to die out here on 30. You want to die on Route 30? And then every once in a while, the bell goes off my head. 3 heart attacks! Leave the car here and walk home. And today is an even more exciting day than normal for Thursday video day because of the good offices of Swingpoint Media, swingpointmedia.tv. I've been spending, it's kind of a long drawn out story, but when I went back home and I did not find employment, I came back here and finally found employment. There were 7 months of no money coming in. So it's taken me a long time to have the opportunity to have anything extra, but I did purchase a laptop, and you are actually viewing this show through my new Dell laptop. And I'm excited about that. And according to my good friend Jeff, who is my media guru, my internet maven, the man who knows more about the World Wide Web than Al Gore himself, Jeff Harrison, informs me now that I can do this myself every single day. I can set this up, right, Jeff? Every day.
You bet.
And so if that's true, then we'll just do it every day. We'll have, be like the rush cam, So anyway, all that's going on. Now, I have an awful lot to talk about, obviously. Quite the day yesterday with the attack in Canada. But there are attacks going on right now all over this world, all over the world. Attacks on the health and life of fellow human beings. And they're being committed by people who I think at one time may have been a human being. But for some reason, they have morphed into an animal life. They have morphed, they've gone backwards. Those pictures that the Darwinians used to show of the monkey, and then there was a little taller monkey, like a humanoid, and then there was a crow, and then there was you. You remember that? Yeah. I'm sure everybody has seen that picture because it's in every history book. Well, what's going on with these radical Muslims is they're going backwards. You know, it's reverse Darwinism, and I might even have a conversation about reverse Darwinism because that's what it seems like in the Middle East, up in Canada the other day. I mean, people seem to be going backwards. And we stand, I'm proud that the United States stands solidly side by side with our good friends in Canada. Now, the only problem we may have today on the video portion of the broadcast is the phone calls probably will not be heard because I haven't quite figured that out yet. But we're working on that. But you get to see me, and there's some humor. There's a little. If you think the show gives you a chuckle just by listening, you might get an even larger chuckle by viewing. So I'm not in my coat and tie today. I'm wearing my T-shirt, which would be banned, I think, in every high school in the country because it would be known as proselytizing, I guess. Apparently, there's some ban on proselytizing your faith these days. So I have my Salvation Established 33 AD red T-shirt on. And coincidentally, my red hat from the Kraft Nabisco seems to match the color. So that's what we're doing today. Thank you for tuning in. It's great to be with you. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show. You're tuned in to Newstalk 920 KPSI.
Women keep their membership informed about statewide and national issues, voter information, as well as current legislation that is important to every person.
Jeff, you're the man, brother.
The first Monday of every month at Desert Falls Country Club for a delicious lunch.
You know, if I knew if it was this easy, you know, well, it's the first time I've had an extra $300-400, you know, and I went right away. It was between a bed, a queen size bed, or a computer.
Get involved.
And I went with the computer.
Make that computer pay for you.
From Raleigh, and I'm running
Yeah.
for Cathedral City Council. I've been a small business owner of Cathedral City for 30 years and lived in the city for 14. My goal for Cathedral City is to expand an attractive, inviting, and secure community by striving for the highest quality of life through public safety, recreation,
Unchain
and
my heart,
community of our city. And I believe we can achieve this together. So remember, a vote
set
for
me
Mark
free.
is a vote for you.
Way to hear this tune today.
Mark Nicolina Carnivale for
You're due for another CD or two.
Eliminate fear
Now
of
that I get my
housewives forever. Hey,
iTunes
Coach
account
Rich
back.
Gilgallon, are you away from your desert property for an extended period of time? Have you received a call that your house is flooded?
Have you ever seen a
washing
cameraman
machine, broken pipe? Do I have a solution?
point his camera
Water cop.
at the mirror
Water cop.
and see what happens there?
Is that the Infinity?
Yeah, it's infinity.
To
It's
your
amazing.
house forever. It's amazing. If one drop leaks, your water will shut off immediately and you'll get a call. No more sleepless nights. Water cop, water cop, water cop. Perfect for your home. Back home as well. Call 760-564-8840. That's 564-8840.
I mean, if I went on this computer and hit YouTube and ran the show that I was doing at the same time that I'm doing the show that I'm watching, I wonder what would happen then. I'd be different speeds.
It'd be like 4D, baby.
The first thing I think I saw on YouTube was a guy put 4 different cell phones with GPS to get to a house, you know. And so they were all giving him they were giving him different take a left, take a right, go do it. I mean, it was hilarious. It's the first thing I ever saw on YouTube.
Amazing.
Oh, I know. Shouldn't smile, Barb. She loves him, but he wants the word. Folks think they're hers.
Picture's good.
And that's why she loves
Yeah,
him.
it's good. Looks good.
Wanted
And
him
this is
forever.
what you see on the other end.
So that's yours picture is clearer than mine. So that's just my computer picking up that. That's not
Yeah, this is what we see out on the other end.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, that's much deeper red.
Amazing. Where'd she go?
Dr. Wren in Palm Springs. There's a free consult. It's in one office, and Barb got sedated.
Dr. Ren's at the
Well,
Dental
that's
Implant
sedated.
Treatment Center, 902-7756. 902-7756 or drrobertrenz.com for a different kind of life-changing implants.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra?
Yeah.
Well, we
That's
have
your
great
TV
news for you.
I know, it's
You can
amazing,
finally
isn't
get
it? It
Viagra
really
at
is.
huge discounts.
And we don't want everybody to know they can all do this.
No, you don't want to tell
$500
her.
on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15
And
per
great
pill or more?
expanse.
When
It's
you
a little bit disconcerting
$3
when you see your
okay,
picture
and get
moving
40 Viagra pills for only $99.
like a
This
second
costs as
later.
much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can
And what's reality and what isn't reality? You know what I mean?
Prices. Never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-545-5022 today.
There we go. Now we're talking.
$500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are
So you
waiting at
saving on those pens?
800-545-5022.
Huh? Did you save any of those pens?
Call
They were in a plastic bag over there.
That's 800-545-5022. Again, 800-545-5022.
Start your Sundays, every Sunday, with a new perspective, an eternal perspective. Every Sunday from 7 to 8, it's the Eternal Perspective, brought to you by Men of Messiah. Men of Messiah, a group of local men dedicated to promoting
My latest.
the Word of God. Tune in every
When
Sunday
you
at
get a chance,
7
not right
o'clock
now,
for
but
Chuck DeVoe and Rich Gilgallon, brought to you by Men of
Oh.
Messiah. It's the Eternal Perspective. Join
Yeah.
us 7 a.m. every Sunday morning.
Unchain my heart.
Baby, set me free. Can't sit down doing Joe Cocker. You don't care. Baby, set me free. Here we go, Kev. Here we go. Come on, ladies. Let's go. Get up and start moving. Unchain my heart. Baby, let me go. Unchain my heart. 'Cause you don't love me no more. Some fella tells me that you're not at home. Unchain my heart. Set me free. Sing it, girls. Baby, let me go. Unchain my heart. You don't care about me. Unchain my heart. Set me free. It doesn't get any better than that. Now that's what you get. You get a little extra bonus there when you have the video on, because I just did my Joe Cocker impersonation. The brilliant Joe Cocker. You don't care a bag of beans for me. 760-320-8255. Please feel free to give us a call here on the Rich Gilgallon Show. Newstalk 920, KPSI. It's a good workout trying to do Joe. No wonder Joe is, weighed about 132 pounds. Incredible talent. And when he was starting out, nobody would touch the guy, because he was half a whack job, Joe. I mean, he wasn't 100% right, but I mean, it just goes to show you, it's not so much the voice. It's not so much the musical background or even the lyric of the song. It's the attitude. And Joe Cocker walking on stage, and I saw him live several times, exuded attitude. Like, I don't care if you don't like my voice. I mean, you know how many people told me, told Joe Cocker they didn't like his voice, toured the world. Speaking of music, I watched that special after the World Series game last night. I watched a couple of them as music specials. There's a very good one, I think it's on HBO, about the Foo Fighters visiting various cities and giving you the history and the connection between the music of the city and the music of today. The first city they did was Chicago, and it was brilliant. The only thing they forgot to mention was Cal David and Laurie Bono. I think if they had any common sense, they might have interviewed Cal and Laurie as two Chicago guys. And then this special on Genesis, and you know, growing up, you listen to these bands, you had no idea of the politics and the anger and resentments that were going on between band members. You think about Genesis, Peter Gabriel, and went on to have a much bigger career solo than with Genesis. Phil Collins had sort of walked the middle there, had a great solo career, and then was there for the really, you know, the growth of Genesis in the public eye. I mean, they were sort of a bizarre little band in England for a while until Collins got divorced and wrote all these sad, heartbreaking, pathetic Phil Donahue style love songs. All right. You're on the Rich Gilgallon Show. I've said absolutely nothing so far today. First name, please. Hiya, Mike. How are you, buddy? Fire away. Yes. Well, I'm happy to hear that. Which? Go ahead. You can name them. Go ahead.
All it is attack. No statement of the qualification. No achievement. Nothing what she plans to do other than get elected and be the attorney. Again, the other one is Raul Ruiz. He drives an old car.
Yeah.
And he sleeps next to a guy with a.
Yeah, I saw that. It's so pathetic. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If people are stupid enough to be fooled by this, you know, I'm so glad you brought this up because I spent most of my morning, you know, researching some of Raul's comments in the past. And if you have any question about Raul Ruiz, just go look up Raul Ruiz Thanksgiving on the internet. There's a 20-minute speech that he gave where at a rally to opposed to Thanksgiving, opposed because it makes a mockery of minorities, and it's an affront to minorities. And well, you know, if you listen to the passion, I have never heard Raul Ruiz in his campaigns speak with the passion that he used when he spoke against America and against American values. When he speaks against the United States, when he speaks to promote two guys in particular, one who shot 2 FBI agents and another one who shot a local policeman in Philadelphia. When he talks to speak in defense of those, his voice rises and he speaks with passion and anger and resentment. But I never hear that when it comes time to defend the people in his district. He walks around in these commercials like he's just this little Casper Milquetoast guy. All right. Hey, you know, I still have a 5-speed car and I have to roll my windows up. Well, that's because I have nothing to hide, you know. And when he was talking against Thanksgiving and for the murderers of FBI agents and policemen, he had plenty of passion there, because that's why at that time he didn't think he was going to be running for Congress. So, you know, because he was a radical. He was a radical revolutionary at Harvard, of all places. So you know, to me, it's a big joke. And now, because he's got this money behind him that comes from the Democrats around the country who are petrified to have, you know, even less of a minority representation, a Democratic, I should say, representation in the House of Congress. So they're funneling all this cash here. Barbara Boxer's sitting on pins and needles, praying this guy gets elected. And yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah. He has nothing to say. He has nothing to say because he's done nothing. He's coasted. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He's coasted for 2 years, and done nothing. And then when it came time, I don't care how you fly to Washington. I really don't. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I could care less. What I care about is how you vote. And what I care about even more is if you vote. And so if you're a member of Congress, and now I come to realize why he might not have voted for the Israeli Iron Dome, because in this particular rally that he's shown, he's there with these pro-Palestinians. I mean, you know, where do you stand? Does anybody in this district know where Raul Ruiz stands on Israel? I'm looking at anybody out there. Anybody? No, nobody does, because he coasts. All right, it's the Rich Gilgallon Show. Time for our local news with Dapper Dennis Daly, and then we'll be back right after that. Stick around.
Hello again, everybody. Dennis Daly, Newstalk 920 KPSI, and here's what's making news. A cyclist and a pedestrian were severely injured in 2 separate crashes in Cathedral City last night.
There's only one
The second involves an ambulance carrying the first victim. The initial crash happened about 9 at Sky Blue Water.
What is that, above us?
Yeah, paramedics were called.
It's just
When the 21-year-old cyclist,
Oh,
Bernardo
my God,
Rivera,
that's
was being
amazing.
transported
Look how
to the
clear that
hospital.
is.
Isn't that neat?
The ambulance encountered a man lying in the street, struck the man who had already been hit by another vehicle. He's 51-year-old Toradeo Torres. If you have any information to help the police in Cathedral City put all of this together, give a call to 770-0303. A parolee and another suspect have pleaded not guilty to federal conspiracy and bank larceny charges. Gene Nichols has that story.
38-year-old James Castillo and 26-year-old David Silva have been going around Southern California using a chainsaw, lots of rope, and a pickup truck to pull ATMs out of the bank walls. They were captured last month, but they spent the summer ransacking ATMs from Los Angeles to Desert Hot Springs. The gig is up now. They face 10 years in prison, and they're facing federal conspiracy charges. I'm Gene Nichols.
Award-winning political cartoonist Lalo Alcaraz is speaking today at College of the Desert about the art of cartooning. His work and the artwork of 2 other artists will be on display at the Pollock Theater starting at 5:30 tonight when he's scheduled to speak. The event is open to the public. A partial solar eclipse when the moon crosses in front of the sun will happen this afternoon between 2 and 3:30. At its peak, the moon will block about 70% of the sun's light. The farther north you are, the more the sun will be blocked out. Catch the eclipse today, or if you want to be around for the next one, it's August in 2017. That'll be a total eclipse.
What an amazing shot that
The
is,
Dow
that drone
Jones
shot. Oh my
Industrial
God.
was up 260,
And this is with our old one. It's a little
217
unstable.
right
The
now.
new one is just
98
like
expected high today, 68 overnight.
Plus,
98
with this one, we have the new one, we can actually see what the camera's seeing at
Oh,
the
you
same
couldn't do
time.
that in the old one.
We just had to send it up there and hopefully get what we want.
Wow.
Now we can say, hey, that's a picture we want, so
Are you
turn the
turned
camera
on
on,
to Tidbits?
videotape it,
That
still
Tidbits
picture
is
it,
that
send it to you while we're in the
family-friendly
air.
newspaper
Yeah.
everyone's
Why
talking
would
about.
every
Tidbits.
freaking
Wi-Fi.
golf
Full of
course in
interesting
the country
stories, games, fascinating trivia
want
facts,
that
and
flyover?
puzzles to get you thinking. There's nothing but good news in
Yeah.
Tidbits. You'll find it in restaurants,
That's
car
just-
washes,
that's just
and
that.
at
I
over
mean,
500
that's
locations
just fun.
in Coachella Valley, including revivals and at all 15
All right, that's
Walgreens
too slow. That's too
There's
slow.
a
I'm
brand
too
new
upbeat.
issue
I
of
gotta play
Tidbits
some
every
upbeat
week,
too.
and it's free. It's time you get turned on to Tidbits.
Paid for by No One 45. Californians Against Higher Healthcare Costs. Major funding by Kaiser Foundation Health Plan Inc., WellPoint Inc., and Blue Shield of California. With a coalition of doctors, nurses, hospitals, health plans, and California employers.
Special interests already control Sacramento. Now they're pushing Prop 45 to give one Sacramento politician control over our healthcare.
One politician with control over my benefits.
One politician with control over my copays and deductibles.
One politician with control over what treatment options are covered.
One Sacramento politician
Who can take millions in campaign contributions from
What's up?
special interests.
Who would control our health care.
Now, is the microphone working on this? You can tell by the audio. Do I have an audio monitor there? There it is right there. Okay, there it is. What's up? Let me see if I can ping that green monitor.
On 45.
This is an experiment today. You're on my computer.
Selfies.
I'm so excited.
Selfies? Really? Well, Dr. Robert Renz in North Palm Springs may not know how to do it, but he couldn't be happier. Because if people are taking selfies, it means they're smiling.
I'm normally much better dressed for the live television show, but
missing or discolored
I've been under a car hood
hesitate
all
to smile.
freaking morning.
Don't worry. It's an easy fix. Call Dr. Robert Renz today and get a free consultation. Bob has been helping your neighbors get a healthy, beautiful smile for over 35 years. He's a master of general dentistry.
So the first lady goes to
Dr. Renz can get you smiling
to help a guy who's running for the Senate
insurance holds you back either.
in Chicago.
Than you may think.
She's got his name wrong all day, and not just his name. She had the office that he was running for all wrong too.
1108. And go see our
Next time you
patient
stay home.
selfies
I don't need that.
online.
Yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff you don't need.
The Camelot Theater is your movie entertainment oasis. You'll be guessing every step of the way with Blue Room, a sexy, brain-teasing thriller, touching and intimate lilting.
It's hilarious,
Bring us
really.
together. London gay activists win over striking Welsh miners in the heartfelt Pride. Love is Strange, a moving story with John Lithgow and Alfred Molina. Upstairs, cocktails. Call 325-6565. On Barista Road in Palm Springs, of course, it's Camelot.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hallelujah. I'm ready. Hallelujah. I'm ready. Hallelujah. I'm ready to go. That's how I felt this morning. I'll tell you. All right, welcome back. Just occurs to me that I did my whole Joe Cocker impression without any sound other than mine going into the computer. That's like the first week we did it. I remember that. You're on the Rich Gilgallon Show. First name, please. Bill. Is this? Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what was so incredible after that incredible display of truth? Realism. Yeah. Was the pathetic when Obama. Another pathetic response. I know. Well, it might be. We don't know yet if it's terrorism or same old speech every time. Yeah, that's what he called it. Random acts of violence. There's nothing random about it. Well, I do like the guy. I hope we get a guy like him. I know, brother. I know. I know it's tough. It's tough. Sorry, Bill. I got to go. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show. It's great to be with you today. Yesterday, I was perusing around the networks when I got home, and MSNBC put the name of the shooter on there. This is hours after he was identified by the Canadian police as, with the guy with an obvious sort of Muslim name. Well, and so I flip over to MSNBC and they go, shooter's name is Michael John Schmidt or something. I'm like, what? So what they did is they when they found out that he had renamed himself as a Muslim warrior, They went back to what his name was before, several years ago, by the way. And they put that name on the screen so that it wouldn't look like it was terrorism, because they're so invested in the president's phony, blind view of this world. He has eyes and he will not see, and he has ears, and boy, does he ever have ears, and he will not hear. You would think with those Dumbo ears on him that he would be able to hear the people of this country. All right. Hey, what can I tell you? I grew up before politically. I mean, do we have a committee again to be upset about people being called Dumbo because their ears flap in the wind? All right, that was a little harsh. What can I tell you? The first lady was on the campaign trail yesterday because nobody wants him. Nobody. I mean, there's not a candidate out there that wants this guy because he is poison right now. But the first lady, she was out there on the campaign trail. I had the story. I put it aside because it was pretty hilarious. Oh, it might have been on another page. So she goes out to campaign for a guy running for the Senate in Illinois. And not only did she get the guy's name wrong from the podium several times, she got the office that he was running for wrong too. This is the Rich Gilgallon Show. First name, please. Hey, Larry. Well, yeah, I can't play the. Well, you know, I have been known to violate that rule from time to time, Larry.
Well, if I were you, the type of music you've been playing, why don't you just play it right on through to the end?
It is that good. It hurts me to turn it down. I mean, I would rather listen to that than listen to me, to tell you the truth. But you know, one of these days, it's one of my dreams. One of these days, on one of these stations, to be able to go in there and play the music that I want to play for a couple hours. Unfortunately, there are very, very few stations that play the music that I like. You know, particularly my favorite kind of music on the radio.
You've got pretty good taste. I will give you that. But now, you know what I'm getting ready to ask. My favorite music happens to be
Korea drum music? Oh, Korea. Yeah, that's beautiful music. Yeah, Korea music. I'm going to get. I'll get some of that. I'll download some of that just for you, Larry. Simple as that. I believe he's Mexican American, but he has an affinity. Obviously, he had a long sort of Native American ponytail. In
Are you sure he's not from?
I'm not. No, I'm not sure, to be honest.
I want, because you know that whole thing that national speech he gave about American colonialism.
Well, yeah, it definitely had a Native American bent to it, but right, it was at Plymouth Rock every year for 7 years, protesting Thanksgiving, which he doesn't want to talk about now. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Too bad. It was 1492. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's, you know, yeah, we're talking about 700. Yeah, we're talking about 700 years or so. So enough. Ashbet with the Tears for Thanksgiving, as far as I'm concerned.
You're talking about the way he might stand or might not stand with Israel. I can tell you right now, just generally, the anti-colonialist crowd is lockstep in agreement with new states or Israel, whatever you want to call it. Different people call it different. But they generally are, you got a national expansionism and colonialism with one exception, that's pushing Israel to
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And when Ruiz was given the opportunity to vote to help Iron Dome, he did not vote. It was the same day he walked away from on two bills that had to do with immigration reform, which he squawked about. The fact that they weren't on the floor. They finally put him on the floor, and he was nowhere to be found. So thanks, Larry. Larry leaves a line open on the Rich Gilgallon Show. It's great to be with you. Thank you, Larry. Newstalk 920 KPSI in Palm Springs.
Jeff Stone's road rage. Wrong. Flashing a police-style badge to intimidate his victim, an abuse of power. Stone had said issuing these badges tarnishes the sheriff's badge. The district attorney ordered them returned. Stone kept his. The police report detailed Stone's road rage incident. Stone flashed his fake badge and ordered the driver to pull over. Stone's victim thought he was a police officer. To stop Stone from doing this again, a law was passed requiring law enforcement to seize the fake badges and increased penalties for flashing them while impersonating a police officer. Badges symbolize public trust, not political power. Jeff Stone's not a cop. Stone's a politician. Stop Jeff Stone. Paid for by Fairpack Independent Expenditure Committee, sponsored by the Civil Justice Association of California, not authorized by a candidate or candidate.
What are you doing? Write your opus?
No, yeah.
Do you care for
I'm putting together some.
Do you wait until
It's called a flow chart for my for when people come online or new clients come into business. Everything we have is automated in the back end, following up with them and keeping in touch with them. So I've got a guy doing all that in the background, but I've got to give him the cobweb to connect the dots. So if they do this, this happens. If they do this, this happens.
Right. It's a cobweb. It's a standard operating procedure for telephone markers. Yeah, I mean it's written right down. Ask these. If they say yes, ask this. If they say no, go here. If they say yes, go here. If they say no, go here. I mean they take it all the way down. It's a page this big.
Yeah.
Oh, people, look among you.
Join our sister station, KWXY Legend 107.3 FM, as she celebrates 50 years of beautiful music at our first annual ballroom dance and exhibition, Dancing Through Time. Friday, November 21st at the Renaissance Hotel in Palm Springs. Doors open at 5:30, dinner begins at 6:30. Then dance the night away for
We just got something that yesterday we lined up that we've been working on for a while. It's so flipping exciting. I can't even understand it. It's being able to take everything that we do and have an incredible call to action, and simultaneously for the businesses build a database for them and instantly create and push out a call to action message. So it's do a text like your video at the end of your video. They would show up a text free hot dog to this number. And as soon as that happens, then I capture the information, start creating a database for the company, and immediately they send back a voucher that says, bring this in for a free hot dog in the next, 24 hours.
That's business, man.
Yeah.
East Valley Republican women keep their membership informed about statewide and national issues, voter information, as well as current legislation that is important to every person in our state. They meet the first Monday of every month at Desert Falls Country Club for a delicious lunch. Check in at 11 a.m. Their programs and speakers are not to be missed by anyone who has conservative values. Call Sue at 760-772-7096 for reservations.
There's Vitzy in here.
Those are good speeches, good pieces there.
Yeah.
Very good.
Start your Sundays, every Sunday, with a new perspective, an eternal perspective. Every Sunday from 7 to 8. It's the Eternal Perspective, brought to you by Men of Messiah. Men of Messiah, a group of local men dedicated to promoting the Word of God. Tune in every Sunday at 7 o'clock for Chuck DeVoe and Rich Gilgallon, brought to you by Men of Messiah. It's the Eternal Perspective. Join us 7 a.m. every Sunday morning.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show. Newstalk 920. He'd kick Conejo's ass. Run, Conejo, run. Yeah! Play it, baby. His left eye. Run, Conejo, run. All right, welcome back. It's great to be with you today. Right here on the Rich Gilgallon Show. You're tuned in to Newstalk 920 KPSI. Thank you so much for your kind attention to this radio program. Really cool to be with you today. So I'm just looking for the. You know, it's funny. I put this piece aside, and I don't know if it just got erased from the internet or what. Sometimes that happens, you know. You'll be happy to know that Michelle Obama is being urged to run for the California seat in the United States Senate. Oh, please, please, please! It's hard enough on us. Please. Gotta be kidding me. So yeah, Michelle is considering, I guess, a Senate race here in California. Yeah, why not? They hand it to these people anyway. They, you know, I mean, you look at Hillary Clinton, wound up as a senator from New York of all places, following in the footsteps of Bobby Kennedy, who spent 25 minutes in New York before he was in the Senate in New York. I think they removed my the article that I set aside. It happens occasionally when it embarrasses one of the Obamas. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show. First name, please.
Hi, PJ.
Hiya, PJ. How are you today?
Hi, good. I just wanted to let you know that Chef Tyrone from Capri won the competition last night.
Oh, did he? Well, I know you're very excited about that, PJ. DHS represented in the three-way final challenge next Wednesday night. Well, well, it was nice to see you there last night, PJ. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all the guys. You know, it's a really cool thing. You know, it's the Chef's Challenge. It's unlike any other promotion that I've ever seen in radio. You get these chefs at this place, beautiful place called Perch, which has my tub. It's there. It's in there. It's my future tub someday. It's cut out of a large boulder, and the shower is directly above it. Sets up a sort of a rainfall shower if you want. But have you been in that store, Jeff? Perch?
I have not.
Oh, we got to get you in there.
But I've been in that
it's right up your alley. I mean, a guy like you that lives, in the La Quinta, city of La Quinta, with all the dough you have, you could pick up two of those tubs, man. One in each room. It's a big dough tub, but I'll tell you what, if you got the dough, you want this tub. I don't know what the tub costs more than my house, but it's gorgeous. They have such great stuff in that store, Perch. I love that store. I love that the modern architecture with sinks. In the old days you had a sink. You had a sink. They had these. The sinks and the tubs when I was a kid, they all had the same like 5-fingered handle or knob, I should say, not handle. Everyone had the same one. I don't know what company made them. Some company made them somewhere, some warehouse in America. They had a factory where they pumped out a shower and tub knobs, which are probably today made in China, but. A whole community probably worked around the factory that built those, and they had like at least 4, so your fingers would fit in between them, right, Jack? Right. And then you would turn them on, turn them off. Everybody had the same looking sinks. Everybody had the same looking tubs. Nobody I knew had a shower in the 60s. Nobody had a shower. You had a bed with 4 feet. 4-footed tub, I should say. And then showers kind of took over, and then because of the way we run around like chickens with our heads cut off, people stopped taking baths, and everybody just about showers for like the whole 80s and 90s. But now I notice that people are getting more into their tubs now. The Calgon Take Me Away ad is what brings it back. I don't know what chemical was in Calgon. I mean, it was some chemical concoction. But, they marketed it so that it would soothe you. And Calgon, Take Me Away. It's one of the iconic phrases in marketing. If you could get as good a campaign phrase as Calgon, Take Me Away, you get elected everything you ever run. Anything you want to run. If you got to have the right, phrase. Like Jan Can in Palm Desert, for example. Now that's probably the most recognized political phrase in the Coachella Valley. Jan Can. It's on the sign. It's hard to match up something with Raul Ruiz, because he's not my guy anyway. My guy is Brian Mustandi. That's who my guy is. Humble servant of the people. In truth, not just on commercials. This picture of Ruiz rolling down the window with the car in his old 5-speed because when you don't have a car, when you're struggling to get a couple of bucks together, to get a car, and some some jag-off is out there, and he's making $185,000 a year, and he went to Harvard. He's a doctor, and he's making believe he's like me because he's driving a 5-speed. Drives me crazy. Rich Gilgallon Show, first name, please.
My name is Joy. Hi, Rich.
Hey, Joy. How are you, Joy? I know she can. That's why the slogan works.
It does work for her, that's for sure. But I want to apologize because I haven't been able to listen like I usually should because I'm down here.
Yes.
And I want to let you know, give you a little update, that you're calling Republicans only. And guess what? It's like the majority, almost every single one of us, is voting for Brian Mustandi. We all know what a great job he's going to do, and the Republicans are coming out to vote.
Well, that's good.
Where?
Well, shh, don't tell him, Joy. I mean, we'll keep that between us because, no, it's very exciting. And it's an exciting time of year for those of us who care about what goes on in politics. And Joy, you've been such a hard worker in the trenches for so many people for so long. Let me just take a minute to commend you and the East Valley Republican women for all the work that you guys do.
Well, thank you very much. It's all of our hearts. We're very satisfied with what we've done this year, and we're getting ready for 2016. We're going to take this one, and then we're going to take 2016, and then we're going to have a big party.
All right, Joy, thank you. I love you. You're the best. It's the Rich Gilgallon Show, Newstalk 920, KPSI in Palm Springs. We'll be back right after this national news break. Stick around.
But it can still pile up. We get that.
People, can you feel it?
Well, you find yourself a
6 minutes
to-do list. Yeah, we get that.
I was just looking at some of these photos because there was a tub when we were in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
It was exactly how you described it in our room. No, cut out a rock.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, Costa Rica.
But this is when we were in San Salvador, and his roommate had to try to land 3 times. Almost died.
Yeah, I remember you.
That's why he became an
That's what Kelly Young is in Costa Rica for a semester.
master.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And it's easy to get started with a free consultation. Call Dr. Renz at 760-325-1108 or find Dr. Renz online at drrobertrenz.com. Get started on your healthy smile. Call us at 760-325-1108.
Are you a night owl who yearns for provocative talk shows? Tune in to Good Day with Doug Steppen, weekday mornings from 1 till 6 on Newstalk 920 KPSI, Palm Springs.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. In Canada, lawmakers are addressing Wednesday's fatal shooting at the War Memorial and the gunshots that rang out on Parliament Hill.
Make no mistake, we will remain vigilant against those at home and abroad who wish to harm us.
National Defense Minister Rob Nicholson, ABC's Eric Tursky, is in Ottawa, where questions are being raised about the gunman's movements back and forth to the United States.
ABC News has learned the suspect, Michael Sahaf Vivo, crossed into the U.S. 4 separate times, most recently a year ago in the fall of 2013. Canadian and American authorities have been trying to retrace his steps to figure out where he went and who he visited. They also want to know whether his travels back and forth attracted any prior attention or communication between the U.S. and Canada.
The mother of the gunman has issued a statement saying she's incredibly sorry for what happened. Those at the White House are talking about the man who made it over the fence and was brought down by canine units. ABC Stephen Portnoy is there.
The White House spokesman says the Secret Service did better Wednesday night, but 23-year-old Dominic Adesanya still made it over the fence. White House spokesman Josh Earnest won't say it's time to build a taller one.
It certainly would be possible to build a multi-story bomb-proof wall around the 18-acre complex of the White House. But that, I don't think, would be striking the appropriate balance.
Changes are expected after a review of security here is completed in December. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, the White House.
There's a 33-year-old man being monitored at Bellevue Hospital here in New York. He had just returned from West Africa, Guinea, and was showing possible symptoms of Ebola. They expect test results back within 12 hours. The government has Ebola units now at the ready to rush to wherever the next confirmed case is. The teams have been trained for rapid response and protection. Some are calling them Ebola SWAT teams. They could be deployed within hours. Markets Dow up 203 this hour, NASDAQ up 61. You're listening to ABC News.
Okay, for all you men out there who ever vented about the cost of razor blades or the razor burn that cheap blades give you, I want you to check out Harry's.com today. This is good stuff, guys. At Harry's, you get high-quality razor blades and shaving products for a fraction of drugstore prices. Why pay $32 for razor blades at Harry's? Quality blades for half the price. These are expertly credited quality razors. Harry's
Sequestered.
Factory in Germany.
And it's about a jury being sequestered.
Oh, really? So,
and it was really good.
Hey, can you watch all the? Can you watch them all back to back to back?
I consumed them in like
That's what
day and a half.
That's what I love. That's why I like Netflix.
Next thing you know, I woke up and it was dark, and I went to sleep when it was dark. It was like 5 a.m.
That's the way I like to watch TV. Have you gotten a smart TV yet? Big screen. That's what you need. How can you not have one? Go out here. No, go get you a 45-inch or 42-inch from my cell phone. I go to Google, YouTube, and in my room, I click. You know, I should probably plug that computer in. Huh?
Oh yeah, you should.
I think I might have left the cord at home though.
Uh-oh. That's something I would have done. Oh, I did do that. I left mine at home.
I think the power's okay though.
You're almost out.
Really? Doggone it.
We might be able to flip over to this one.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad I thought of it just sitting here. I just noticed that's not plugged in. Ah, speaker here.
Maybe it's new.
What is that? It's got a little beat to it though. That's like music or something. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's this, bro. Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
What was that?
It's the CD player.
Ah.
Interesting.
Okay, well then I'll fire my.
Does your cord? Will your cord match mine? No, you didn't bring a cord either.
Because I thought I'm probably not going to use my.
I know. Can you believe I didn't bring that? I'm embarrassed. Well, at least I know what to do
I
now.
have to put you on a cell phone before we're over.
That's all right. We'll go as long as we
Oh,
can.
you're like I'll be in the cage track.
We won't panic. If it goes off, it goes off.
I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Back.
Back, gone. I'll be back. Back in the U.S., back in the U.S., back in the U.S.
Everybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Hey, Richie! I'm on the way home, sweet home. Welcome back to the Rich Gilgallon Show. Newstalk 920 KPSI. It's great to be with you today. 760-320-8255. Right here on the Rich Gilgallon Show, Newstalk 920 KPSI. I'm your humble host of this fine radio program. And I'm just thrilled to be here with you today. 760-320-8255. Feel free to give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Oops. And once I get something going, I put a story aside. Here it is. All right, I got it. Thank you. All right, let's go to the phone. Shall we, Jeff?